Good evening. In this video, I'm going to answer the question, is an unborn developing human alive? The reason why I say a developing human is because whether in the embryonic stage or the fetal stage is still a human. You can't be a human fetus if you're not both a fetus and a human. You can't be a human embryo if you're not both a human or an embryo. Okay, same thing applies for dogs, cats, elephants. No one's going to say that a elephant embryo is not an elephant. Okay, it has to be both an elephant and an embryo. All right. Now my question was, is a unborn developing human alive? So let's go to the dictionary. This is Webster's Science Dictionary. Alive. The definition for alive is having life, not dead or inanimate. All right. So it's moving and it's alive. It has life. So what's life? The quality that distinguishes a vital and functional being from a dead body. An organismic state characterized by capacity for metabolism, growth, reaction to stimuli, and reproduction. So metabolism, growth, reaction to stimuli, and reproduction. Okay, I have right here a replica of a 12-week-old human fetus. Okay, this is 12-week-old, fits in the palm of my hand, but very human. You know, has the nose, the eyes, the ears, legs, arms, you know, everything right here. Okay, so but I'm going to go week by week, up to 12 weeks, the developmental processes in the human embryo and human fetus. Okay, week 1, conception. The baby is smaller than a grain of salt, but the instructions are present for all that the person will ever become. So just at conception, right, the instructions are already present. The blueprints are laid down for its growth. Week 2, the baby attaches and burrows securely into the wall of its mother's womb. Week 3, the baby's blood vessels and sex cells form. Foundations of the brain, spinal cord, and nervous system are laid. So the nervous system is basically laid down. Week 4, the baby's heart has begun to beat. Eyes, ears, and lungs begin to form. Okay, so you see the ears and the eyes and the lungs are in here. Right? So when you hear, you know, the pro-choice or pro-abortion people say that it's my body, it's my choice, it's actually not. It's a developing human inside. Regardless of what stage it is, it has its own heart. It has its own, you know, brain, lungs, and, you know, its own DNA. Right? So I mean, does a woman who's pregnant have 2 hearts? Does a woman who's pregnant have 2 brains? No, she has 1. So the other brain logically belongs to the developing child. Right? Week 5, tiny arms and legs appear, as well as the baby's face. The baby's blood is now separate from the mother's. So there's the arms and legs and the face. Week 6, tiny fingers and toes develop. The baby's brain is divided into 3 parts for emotion and language, hearing, and seeing. Week 7, buds of the baby's milk teeth appear. 99% of the muscles are present and the brain activity is detected. Week 8, the baby begins spontaneous movement and is now well proportioned, about the size of a thumb. Every organ is present, so every organ is present, but immature, of course. The skull, eyebrows, and knees are forming. So there's the knees, and there's the skull and eyebrows. Week 9, if prodded, hands and eyelids close. Genitalia becomes visible, indicating whether the baby is a boy or a girl. Muscular movement begins. Right? So it's responding to stimuli. If you poke the baby, it's going to react. Week 10, the baby's fingerprints begin to form. Nerve and muscle connections have tripled. Eyelids fuse together temporarily to protect the baby's delicate developing eyes. Week 11, the baby practices breathing and facial expressions, even smiling. The baby can also urinate and stomach muscles can contract. Week 12, this is at the 3rd month. The baby is now 3 inches in length and weighs 2 ounces with fine hair on the face. The baby is able to swallow and feels and responds to skin stimuli. So this is how the baby looks. The human fetus at 12 weeks or 3 months, right? So it's very human. It's not a glob of tissue. It's not an inanimate, dead glob of cells or muscles or nerves that people tell you. It's a developing human organism, a developing life. And if you terminate this life at this age or any other age, you're killing a human being. That's scientific fact. It has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with, you know, my emotions or what I think is moral. This is straight up scientific fact. With that said, let's see if the unborn developing human organism meets the 4 criteria to be alive. Those 4 criteria were metabolism, growth, reaction to stimuli, and reproduction. Metabolism, since the unborn developing human has a full set of organs, it has a thyroid gland, and a thyroid gland in the neck area regulates metabolism. So that's check 1. Growth, it was a sugar grain size cell, and now at 12 weeks it's a pretty developed human fetus. Right? It's going to continue to develop, so that's growth. That's a given. Reaction to stimuli. If the child is poked or prodded, it will respond. Right? So it's reaction to stimuli. And reproduction. It has a differentiation between the sexes. It's whether male or female. And when it hits puberty, it will be fertile. So therefore, it meets the 4 criteria to be an alive human being. So if this developing human fetus or developing human embryo is terminated at any point, it's killing another human life. It's not removing a parasite or cutting off a wart, which I've heard, which is ridiculous, which makes no sense. It's not scientifically sound at all, right? A wart doesn't develop a heart and lungs and its own personality and consciousness. Okay, a good resource I would recommend is the In the Womb series by National Geographic. I think it came out in about 2005. It's really nice. They use 4D technology, so you see the developing human from conception all the way to birth, so the whole gestation period. You see the baby sucking the thumb and smiling and everything like that. It's very nice, and it really shows the humanistic qualities of a developing human. Another great one is In the Womb Multiples, which shows twins and triplets. And then there's In the Womb Animals. I think it's called In the Womb Animals. And they show dogs and cats and elephants, which is always cool. So that's basically it. I hope this video has been informing. And until next time, have a good night.